up, boxing fans? This is the Rope-A-Dope Report. I'm your host, Chris Carlson. Make sure you check out ropeadoperadio.com. Any archives for the shows, the last year and some, you can go to Blog Talk Radio /Rope-A-Dope Radio. You can listen to any of the post-fight shows or interviews or any shows we've ever done. You can listen to the show at ropeadoperadio.com with news articles and pressers and what else? We got the fantasy standings there as well, so you can check out your fantasy stats. The new seasons start with the Shane Mosley and Manny Pacquiao fight. That's when season 4 for the fantasy boxing starts. Right now it's the playoffs, so you can check the standings there. Let's get into what I think will be the fight of the night for the pay-per-view, HBO pay-per-view, Morales Maidana. We're going to talk about the undercard fight that I think everybody's excited about, Robert Guerrero versus Michael Katsidis. Guerrero is a guy that's been around for quite a while. His wife has had some issues, battling cancer. So, he's had to take breaks out of his career, which has been really tough on him, you know what I mean? He also had a scenario where he got cut early against Jordan, and a lot of people thought he quit, and a lot of people got on him. He showed some toughness, since then. He's fought in some solid veteran fighters and just solid okay fighters like a Casamayor last summer. He fought, what was it, Clausen? Is it Malcolm Clausen or something like that? At the 130 for a belt there. That's a solid fighter. He also fought Escobedo. And here's the thing about Guerrero. The guy's got a really good jab when he uses it. He definitely has a good jab. He can put his punches together. He has power. He's got good hand speed. The guy, early on it seems like he seemed like he was more in the brawls like with Litzau and just kind of in there to really, fight. But then he also shows different sides and different levels to his game, and layers, I should say. Because if you look at I believe it's Clausen is his last name. He actually outboxed Clausen, threw over 1,000 punches. I believe it was like 1,100 or 1,200. Threw a lot of punches, but also was on the move. So he'd combo and flurry, but then step aside and get out of the way of Clausen coming in. And I thought Clausen is a kind of a come-forward limited fighter. He's definitely, he's definitely got heart and everything, but I think that he's just really wide with his shots and he wings his shots. So I just don't think that Clausen, I believe that's his last name, I don't think that Clausen was on his level. But he did show a different layer to his game. And I think that'll be key, and that's why I'm bringing that up with Katsidis. He's been in some great fights. The last fight with Marquez, knocked Marquez down in the 3rd. I was lucky enough to be there live at that fight. Marquez rallied and stopped him in the 9th. But also Casamayor from a couple years ago. This guy's always in a lot of good fights. He's improved over the years too. If you look at the Casamayor fight to the fight with Marquez and even before that, he's tightened up his guard. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong. He got cut in camp. So he's going to get cut. He's going to swell. He's going to bleed. He's going to get hit in the face. But he has improved. He does kind of come in, moving the head and moving the shoulders and the upper body on the way in. He also has very quick feet. He's got pretty good hand speed and obviously a lot of power at this weight class because he knocked Marquez down, and Marquez has been in there with some big punchers. Obviously, Manny Pacquiao couldn't take him out, and he had him down 3 times in the first round in their fight. I think that was 2004. So Katsidis has improved. Although, like I said, he's a come-forward fighter. He's going to get hit plenty. He definitely has improved. I like, the left hook to the body, left hook to the head. He's very good at. He's good at, shortening up his punches and getting some inside work. But overall, he cuts off that ring very well. He's improved a lot. And I think Guerrero, I look for this to be just a all-around fight. At times, I think that I think Guerrero's going to kind of feel him out and be patient early and patient throughout the fight. But I really think this is going to be an ugly fight at times. I think it's going to be a two-way fight, and I think the winner's going to just scrape by and win it. I think it should be a really fun fight. The thing about Guerrero, I talked about Katsidis and his improvement. Guerrero, like I said, he did show different layers to his game, but he's the type that, and he's done this in his last couple of fights, he gets up, gets a lead, uses his jab, puts his punches together. His punches come out looking accurate, crisp, looking like they're heavy-handed, you know, just like in the Escobedo fight, in his last fight. He looked like, wow, he's going to beast this guy out. He's going to finish this guy maybe, you know. And then he kind of either sets it on cruise control, doesn't put the foot on the gas, or takes the, you know, the foot off the pedal. Whatever it is, and we actually talked about this on the roundtable last night, and I can't remember who brought this up. Maybe it was Julian. But, you know, another thing is he fights to opposition. He fights to the opposition, the level of the opposition, which is a dangerous thing, and it happens with teams and individuals all the time. So it's not like the worst thing, but because that means you know, raise up your level. But if you're a true champion and a guy that says you want to fight Marquez and a couple other guys, you got to be on that consistent level. So I guess that's the thing about Guerrero. Like I said, the guy, I think the keys will be the jab, the flurries, and the movement, and how patient and how smart will Guerrero be instead of just trying to brawl on the inside, and maybe save that for a little later when you have him hurt. I look for Guerrero to use his head in this fight. I really do. I think it'll be like that Clausen fight, and I hope I'm saying that right. But it was Clausen, I remember a couple years ago he won a belt at 130, and he really just outboxed the guy. You know what I mean? So I think that jab, the movement, the step, you know, to the side after you get off, maybe even the holding once in a while on the inside, I think that that's when he's going to have to do. And I think he'll have a lot of success early. I think Katsidis will start to close the gap. I wouldn't doubt if both of them get knocked down. I see this being an ugly but yet great and pleasing, entertaining fight for the fans. But I am going to go with Guerrero, and I'm going to go with the split decision. Very tight fight. Like I said, I think he's going to this one out. He's going to do just enough, I think, in a close fight. Golden Boy co-promotes both of them, but they really are looking for Guerrero to do, you know, big things, and he's still young enough to where they can really, you know, grow with him. And they're looking to match him with Marquez and other guys. You know what I mean? And he's looking to go up to 140 if he can't find more fights at 135. So I'm going to go with Robert the Ghost Guerrero by a maybe split decision, but definitely a decision in a tight, ugly fight. Peace.